Alright, today we're going to test an air conditioner. I haven't filmed anything for about 3 months. I've been just working on pre-recorded stuff, bar a couple of things. In any case, in that time I replaced the batteries here. One of the batteries down here in the 24 volt string dropped a couple of cells and wasn't keeping up the game. So we have cleaned these panels recently. There's about 700 watts worth, or what are they? I think they're 340 watts each. So what is that, 680 watts? And let's check our battery volts. I am filming one-handed, so don't mind me. Let's have a look today. We are putting 3 amps in and 27.6 volts. So we're largely charged. We'll see what we do for air conditioning. Now I've got to pull the footstep up now that we're in and avoid squashing the toes. I just spent 4 days away, so it looks like a bomb's hit it in here. We're going to shut this door, which I've got to do two-handed. Now, during the 4 days away that I spent, it was cold and rainy, and I had to worry about it raining sideways, and I actually had to make hot water bottles to keep myself warm. It's now 2 days after that, and it's about 35 Celsius outside. So we're going to fire up the air conditioner and make sure this actually works. So first order of duty here is to actually turn it on there and dig up the remote. I have to go to chemo ward once a month for MS treatment, and over COVID we had to sign in. So this is 1 month for each of these stickers. I've got to... And we used to have to take this ambo because my wife couldn't go in with me. Well, it's already fired up in auto mode. We're going to put it on boost mode for a bit and let it cool everything down, and we'll shut this window. Over in the corner here, I can probably zoom in. This is my battery management system. And the current shunt on that is set up to tell us how much current is coming off the batteries, subtracted from the solar input. So at the moment we're pulling about 500 milliamp. Now this is set up for 12 volt, not the 24 volt I'm running it on, so I generally have to double that current. So we're looking at about 1 amp off the batteries at the moment. Now we're about to kick in the compressor. You'll hear that in a minute. Let's zoom back a bit. So somewhere along here, if I haven't mentioned, by the way, this is a Dometic RTX2000 24 volt air conditioner. The DC aircon doesn't need the engine running. So at the moment, now we're pulling about, well, that says about 2, nearly 3 amps. That's going to be about 6 amps off the battery. Letting it come up a bit. Let's give it a few minutes till it gets in full swing. Okay, so right now our solar system is contributing 15, nearly 16 amps to this, and this says about 2.3 amps on the second column from the top on the left there, which equates to about 4.5, 5 amps. So total we're pulling about 30 amps, which is concurrent with, and we zoom out, the full loading of this thing. So these rated to pull about 30 amps at max. So at the moment, that's not too bad in full sun. If I have no shore power, I can have air conditioning. I'm going to let it cool off and drop back to eco for a bit. I should probably mention I'm also running the fridge at the same time on that. That's about another 3 amps. I'm not running the oven or the boiling vessel. That guy pulls about 14 amps at 24 volts. That guy pulls about 6 to 8 amps. But none of those things are running. Well, we've been running for about 10 minutes at this point, and we're holding at 25.4 volts. We're not dropping down, it's doing pretty well. So I say the new batteries are definitely helping, and I think my current system will at least help keep me cool through the hottest part of the day. If I was to add a generator to this, that would run the 16 amp Victron charger in there, it would easily keep up. Now, while we're driving, of course, I have a 100 amp secondary alternator up the front there, and it's the military style one. It will easily keep up. I think I've got it set to the 40 amp mode at the moment, so it doesn't boil the batteries, although they are AGM dry cells. But either way, we're doing well. I'm happy. Alright, the aircon we've set to 20, which is comfortable in here now, and it's gone back to idle. And let's see what our battery volts are going to do. They're going to start coming up again. Yep, the solar is still contributing current. Our battery volts are bouncing back again. So it still reckons we're pulling on this 3.6 amps, which is about 7.2 amps off the battery. But then again, that could be putting 7.2 amps back in. This thing doesn't indicate which way the current's going, which would probably make sense considering the voltage is climbing. Alrighty, we're back to full charge and the air conditioner's sitting at idle and holding 20 degrees in here just nicely. So I think certainly the solar panels and the battery setup I've got is doing it. The batteries are 135 amp hour each and a 24 volt string. So I think we're doing pretty well for current. So this is just a quick video basically to let you know the current and the power usage of this. People do ask from time to time, and I've been meaning to do this for a while, so here it is. Anyway, we'll see you in some long form content and some shorts as well, hopefully very soon.